Yo, what's good, people, man? It's your boy Chef Step coming to you live from the kitchen once again, here to do another reaction. And first and foremost, I want to say subscribe, hit that subscribe button, tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm still trying to get 100 subscribers, y'all. I know, and I apologize that I haven't been dropping videos, and I know people been subscribing to the channel and commenting and then liking the material that I've been putting out. I'm sorry, I'm back on it, y'all. Again, I went on a hiatus. I don't know how many times I didn't apologize in so many videos. Again, y'all, hold it to my mind and not my heart. But today I want to discuss a few things. Well, one thing in particular, and I want to say this too before I get into this reaction video, and I'm here for another reaction video. I'm going to do a few reaction videos because I watched a course of maybe 5 or more videos on Kwame Brown and what everybody was saying about him and what his pushback to what they were saying. And I'm gonna be honest, I was a Kwame supporter when he had hit the scene. Excuse me, y'all. Back to what I was saying. I was a Kwame supporter, last year when he came out, and talked all the great things that, of course, Black people would like to hear, especially for the betterment and positivity to move the community forward. But in actuality, I had to realize as well that that's a very unique marketing tool. And I'm not saying whatever Kwame was saying was a lie or anything, even though, man, Kwame, I gotta be honest, I've seen videos and I've actually watched videos back that I had seen once before, but through another lens and exactly listening to what really was going on. And I gotta say, bro, like you got a lot of explaining to do. And it personally seems like you harp on the victim uh, persona. And it's crazy to me because everybody that said something about you, you've had a response to with something either nasty, insulting, and wasn't on any facts. Now, you might say if like if, even with the, I ain't even gonna get into all that. Today's reaction is Stephen A. Smith to me be saying in his videos about Stephen A. Smith. Now, I want to be clear. I didn't even know Stephen A. Smith had compiled this video together last year on Kwame, responding to what Kwame was saying. And I noticed that this was the last response, and Stephen A. Smith pretty much where it was, only for Kwame to continue to do with a narrative. And I know that's one of the biggest things Kwame say is that people spin narratives. But I'm gonna be honest, Kwame, man, the only one that seemed to be spinning narratives is you, bro. And again, you an ex NBA player, somebody that was in the public eye, that's supposed to be an example. And how your track record is on YouTube and your material, it just don't look good for you, bro. So what I'm gonna do is show you, and hopefully Kwame can see this. Again, this ain't a diss, bro, so don't take offense to it. But I'm just giving my POV or with Stephen A. Smith and applying it to things you've said in all your blogs and what you've shown us. So let's get into it, y'all. This is Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. calls out Kwame Brown's NBA career, and it has in quotations, "You weren't very good." So let's get into it, y'all.
Under most normal circumstances, I have considerably better things to do with my time. But Kwame Brown wanted my attention. And he got it now. I didn't want to have to do this, but he made me. Look, I don't have a single negative thing to say about Kwame Brown, the person. Nothing personal. Never have. And no one out here has been attacking him personally either. That includes Gilbert Arenas, who did not attack him personally. It includes Steven Jackson, who did not attack him personally. It includes Matt Barnes, who he really got personal about, and Matt Barnes never said a word. It doesn't include Charlemagne the God either. nor Dr. Boyce Watkins. He didn't say anything bad about Kwame either. Nor did Michael Wilbon deserve Kwame Brown coming at him.
Now, as you can see already, Stephen A starts off the intro of his video naming the people that Kwame has had in his blogs and was bashing. And if you do look back in Kwame's, and these are the things that Kwame speak about as far as putting dirt on another man's name in the public eye and making them look another way and to other people. And these are all narratives that Kwame placed on each of these guys. Now, like I said, I've been going back and watching these videos that I've seen before in different lenses. Because again, like I said last year, I supported Kwame. Even like when he came out and I heard he was down, like, oh, okay, he's speaking up for himself and not standing for the BS that people was trying to put on his name after all the years he haven't been playing. But then the more and more like I'm on YouTube and I'm hearing what he's saying, but then he and all these beefs, and then you got people online with him and they beefing too as well. Like I've done blogs on that as well too. But I'm not even really, and it's all content for content creators. But the thing that I really want to say is that when I sat back and was just looking back at and listening to what the man was always in beefs. So I'm like, where's the messages and where's the growth that you was trying to show everybody in the first place? I see now that you was doing the small businesses and stuff, but that was a while since you had did that. But Stephen A is you can tell Stephen A has watched your blogs. They watched a great bit of your blogs because he's named everybody you went after, man. So Kwame, he really took his time to respond to you, man.
But Kwame Brown's been getting personal with everybody these days, talking a whole bunch of smack.
Yeah, and Kwame, you got really, really personal, especially with Matt Barnes. I get it. And again, and I said me listening to that last year, I was like, yo, this dude, whoa, man, on some. But then I ain't looking at it like, why is another man putting another man business out like that, especially on a level of professionalism y'all supposed to have being ex NBA players. Now, Matt Barnes, like Stephen A said, didn't disrespect you on a personal level, never said anything to you. But because he made a shrug or he patted, he had nudged on Steven Jackson that you weren't all that good or making a joke, so what? It was basketball. But then you took it outside of basketball and then flipped it to your narrative and said, basketball is behind me. I retired. Let's talk about some personal shit. So Kwame, you turned it into something else, bro. Let's be honest, bro. We gotta be honest though. We gotta be honest.
Talking a whole bunch of smack, saying we don't support black men. Really? Really? Please. The only negative thing anybody ever said about Kwame Brown is that he couldn't play a lick of basketball. Newsflash! That wasn't a lie. When you put yourself and you put your game out there in the best league in the world, people can comment on it because you're putting your talents on public display.
Another fact, Kwame. And again, like I said, to say that other black men not supporting another black man, that's not true. That's not true. And again, that black community card and saying that blacks going against blacks is all a marketing. It's a scheme. And Kwame, I'm gonna be honest, bro, and going back and looking at these videos through different lenses, man, it don't look so good for you. You got to answer for these things because the very things that you say to people is projecting are the things that you've done. And it can't even be allegedly because these things is like you're on video, and it's also other people on video having conversations with you too. And I said I'm gonna do reactions to them and get my breakdowns, and we gonna go along with those. But this is just one of the first videos I'm gonna do as reactions. And these aren't even Kwame Brown disses. These aren't Kwame Brown disses. These are basically things that I want to show Kwame of how he looked online. in the public eye, like Stephen A. Smith. As an NBA player, you've put your talents on display for the public to see, just like you're putting your life and your likeness on YouTube for everybody to see. So everything you say and do up here on this platform will be held against you, bro. You can't be mad at that. You can't be mad at that, bro. Let's continue.
Before I go any further, join me in taking a look at this man.
Now, granted, if you again, I gave y'all the title at the beginning of this blog. Yes, Stephen A. did do a collage of videos where Kwame looked like he was real weak in the NBA. That's of course that's a ether shot. That's Stephen A. pretty much taking a shot back at you, Kwame. So I'm not even gonna be like, oh look at him, look how sorry Kwame. No, that's I'm beyond like we all know what you did in the NBA. We can pull up your career stats on Google and see what you did in your 13 years of the NBA. So I'm not even gonna sit here and be on some, oh, look what Stephen A found. Like, nah, that's this compilation, of course, is I know is a shot back at you, which again, this is in retaliation. It's a response to the personal slander that you did to people. So this is Stephen A's response. So he's responding with a clip of your basketball highlights where you didn't look like you weren't so good. So this is a shot he taking at you. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, look how I ain't gonna do that.
Keep looking. Another drop.
Actually, I'm gonna skip through that.
Charlotte Hornets. This keep dropped. Another air ball in the can't jump. Look at this right here. Keep going. Keep rolling the tape.
It's sad to hear, Stephen. It's sad to hear.
Oh shoot, hold on, y'all. I went to another video by accident. My bad, y'all.
Rolling the tape. Look at that pass. 10 years in the NBA. Oh my Lord. Keep going. Here we go.
Come in again. Here we go.
Oh my Lord. Keep going. Here we go. 13 years in the NBA. 7 different teams. And I've got an unlimited bank of bloopers for every stop along the way. That was just the short version. I got 15 minutes. I just showed you one. I got 15, and I was just getting started. Kwame Brown made $63.9 million in the NBA. $63.9 million. And he feels slighted. We're taking stuff out of his pocket. $63.9 million to play like that. Average 6.6 points per game. We're taking stuff out of his pocket. $63.9 million to play like that. Average 6.6 points per game for his career. As the #1 overall pick, that's the second worst career scoring average for a #1 pick in the last 49 years.
Ooh. And you know what? I want to say this to you too, Kwame, bro. You did this to yourself. You really did. You got a voice because you was a ex NBA player. So whatever you say or do is going to be magnified times 10, especially on the YouTube where it's just people watching different videos every day. And for you to have went viral the way you did, speaking the way you did about those guys. For Stephen A to respond like he did and say what he just said and to do it nationally. See, you did it. When you went public and did what you did, he took it on. He went public as well, but he did it on a platform that's big that everybody gonna see for even bigger humiliation. To humiliate you even more because everybody watches ESPN. He did this on ESPN, man, for 1 million something people to see this. So you did this to yourself, bro, by just talking and saying the slanderous things you were saying. You wasn't you shouldn't have carried it like that, bro. If you had an issue with this man personally, you could have called him. I'm pretty sure it's ways that you all y'all ex NBA players and people that's within that, of course, that industry can get in contact because everybody knows some of everybody. I'm pretty sure in that industry. So Stephen A, like his show, he did the mic drop, man, on everything you said, and he came with receipts of his own. Of course, like I said, I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to say, hey, that compilation is good for me, but he came with a compilation to back what he said too, as well. He made sure it was definitely well calculated. He wasn't rambling. He definitely came and was like, nah, I gotta let him know something. It was almost like that scene from Baby Boy when Melvin about to talk to Jody, and Mama was like, oh no. He said, no, hold on, baby. He need to hear this.
49 years. 13 years of playing like that. Making money for himself. And of course, his family along the way. And he's angry. 13 years. One time he averaged double digits in points. His third year in the league. In the last 10 years, he did it. He never averaged more than 7 rebounds per game in one season. In his entire career, he's 7 feet 270. But you ranting every day on the internet, out there going after everybody, talking about people's children, talking about people.
And to have those kind, and I'm gonna be honest, Kwame, like back in 2005, I had NBA Live 2005, bro. Like, like that was my game back in the day. I mean, of course, we never picked the Wizards or nothing like that. And you was, like you said, the number one draft pick. That was dope, for that to happen. But bro, like even back then, like I said, yeah, you wasn't favorable, bro. And it was dope to see you went as high as you did to make history. And like you said, you was the number one first black number one draft pick out of high school. I get it. That was your claim to fame, but but the potential you didn't live up to it, and you don't have nobody to blame but yourself. And that's how people like Stephen A. Smith are able to get these clips like this of you and compile them together because you had more moments of those than actually working on your game and your craft and living up to the potential that Michael Jordan has saw you, bro. We just being honest, bro. And again, this ain't no diss, Kwame. This is look at this as just you actually taking the time to look in the mirror. And I got a few more reaction videos I want to do just to show you more examples of what I mean and what I see from the outside looking in. And again, these are all things that's on YouTube. I'm not talking personal, nothing. And the internet, because we all know once it's up there, it's up there.
Everybody talking about people's children in one season. In his entire career, he's 7 feet 270.
Damn, Kwame, you 7 foot 270, boy. Like, wow, man. You had the NBA size body. It's just that I understand probably the physicality of the game is different too. You had some. I know it's 7 foot 270 is definitely a big guy, but it was bigger guys too. Your size too, but probably had more of a dog. And it was smaller players that had a dog, but killer instinct. And again, this ain't no diss, but I was taught too. Killer killer instinct can't be taught. It has to be in you already. Killer instinct can't be taught. It has to be in you already. If you don't have a dog in you naturally, then that forced dog that you gotta pull up out of yourself gonna take more energy than naturally just going after motherfuckers on that court. Ain't no friends on that court. You know what I'm saying? That's that Mamba mentality. You know.
You ranting every day on the internet, out there going after everybody, talking about people's children, talking about people's relationships, talking about people's family, talking about stuff that ain't got nothing to do with basketball, all because you couldn't play?
Got a point. You doxing people, you pulling up past information on people, all because these people mentioned that you wasn't no good in basketball. That's some low blow. You went straight for low blows, bro. And I'm here to tell you, Kwame Brown, you was wrong, man. You was wrong for talking about those people like that. They only just said you couldn't play basketball. And recently, I want to give you props. In 2017, you played in the Big Three and went to the championship. Y'all lost, but you made it there, to show everybody you still had game. That was a good effort. But these guys kept it on basketball. You went for the gusto and kept it messy. And I'm gonna be honest, bro. The only women that keep it, the only people that keep it messy like that is women. And I'm not saying all women, but that's like a female trait. That's a toxic female trait, messiness. And what you did was messy, bro. You could have caused a lot of damage with what you did. I mean, with what you said, bro.
Play? Where's the mirror, Kwame? When you gonna look at you? The basketball player. We ain't talking about you, the man. We ain't talking about you, the father. We ain't talking about you, the son. We're not talking about you, the human being. We're not talking about you as a person. We're not attacking your character. We just said you can't play well enough compared to your contemporaries in the NBA. You were better than me. I was a scrub. See how easy that is to accept? I couldn't play. You had a more successful basketball career than Stephen A. Smith. Congratulations. And you playing?
And then you hear it out of Stephen A. mouth, because I've seen plenty of videos where Kwame took the time to load up videos, even got a drop for Stephen A. Smith, and then you play the video of Stephen A. Smith shooting a jump shot. And here he is admitting he said he knew he wasn't as good as he was in basketball. You had a better career than he did. He admits it. But now he's making a living, critiquing the game of basketball while while you're going personal, and you actually played the game and made it where a lot of guys don't make it at.
Talking about folks, you actually went on social media, Kwame Brown, and said you and Kobe Bryant went for 82 points and y'all won the game. That was the game Kobe dropped 81 points. So you scored 1 point? I got news for you. You didn't even get that right. You scored 4 points in that game. You were off by 3. Couldn't even get that right.
Ooh, damn, Kwame. Bro, this man fucked you up on national TV. He looked your stats up, even got the game right that you got wrong on your own platform. You and Kobe went for 82. So you scored 1, but you really scored more than that, and you didn't even remember that. Because you was so busy trying to prove a point that you played with greats and people respect you, because you want to make it seem like it's more than what it is. No, bro, you played in the NBA, you get that respect. But the fact that Stephen A. and see you, and then you talk a lot about Stephen A. Now Stephen A. could have came on this platform and slandered you and made false claims, and all the person had to do was look it up for themselves. Because Stephen A. got a following, so some people believe exactly what he say. But the simple fact that he took the time to get the real stats for the game, that what was shit. So that was Toronto. Y'all played Toronto. I mean, Jalen Rose was playing for Toronto. And you had 4 points that game, Kwame. And he corrected you and gave you props. But she said you ain't even get that right. Damn, Kwame. Bro, I'm gonna be honest, you should have stayed dormant.
And here you are saying no one noticed what kind of screen you were setting. Screen? Have any idea how embarrassing that sounds? Look, man, no one ever said anything about you, Kwame Brown, personally. Every single comment has been about your game. Nothing personal. I'm not going to call you a scrub. I'm a roll with my man Jalen Rose and others. Okay, we'll refrain. Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams. No scrub, no bust. We're not gonna say that. What we can say is that guess what? Compared to other 7-footers who have played in the NBA, you weren't very good. Is that okay? Now I know you're looking for attention, but what does it say that you're getting more attention in 2 weeks, ranting all over social media, than you've received in your entire 13-year career? But you know what you are? I said it then, and I'm gonna say it now because it's true. You're a brother that wasn't that good of a basketball player on the NBA level. That doesn't make us criminals. We get paid to critique the game of basketball. It was going on long before you arrived. It's going to be going on long after you're gone, long after I'm gone. There's a whole bunch of people, white, black, and otherwise. We ain't just talking about black athletes. We talking about athletes, period, no matter who they are. What's the difference between you and them? Evidently, they can take it, and you can't. I'll say it one more time. You're making more attention for yourself in 2 weeks going off about people personally than you did in your 13-year career. That's on you, bro. Now go and rant and rave all you want. It don't change the video. It don't change the facts. That lives in infamy. Deal with it, bro. Have a nice life.
Damn, Kwame. Stephen A. Smith put your media influence in a coffin with that. With he backed himself with facts, statistics, everything that you say makes something factual because facts are based on numbers and statistics and proof. He came with it. Again, like I said, the compilation he put together, of course, is going to make you look bad, but he had footage of that. Of course, the statistics, when we can look back and see what you did in the NBA, is there, bro. And then for him to say he rolled it with Jalen Rose and on to say, and Keyshawn not to say bust. So it's still black men that respect you, but you in such a outrage that you think people are attacking your personal character that you're not even looking at. They're just critiquing just your skills. They're not even talking about you as the man, but you show who you are as and personally by being emotional, so people can see that you're emotional, but cover it up by thinking by saying you're tough. Well, that's the problem. Where you gotta still get finished with the underlying issues you have, bro. So, like I said, man, Steve, and that's just one video I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a few of these. That was Stephen A. Smith and his take, his response to Kwame Brown's blogs that he's had about him on YouTube and stuff. What's y'all thoughts about that? Put it down in the comment section. And again, subscribe. I am Chef Steph, and we'll be back doing this again.